Now back to our top story today, the efforts to end the partial government shutdown now in day 15. We talked with the Democratic Budget Committee chairman now, John Yarmuth. The Republican perspective on the shutdown is coming up now. We've got the House Budget Committee ranking member, Steve Womack from Arkansas's 3rd Congressional District. Congressman, thanks so much for your time today. We spoke with your replacement as the chairman a few moments ago, and he said that when it comes to a wall really only does one thing, which is slow people down. He said it does not keep people out, it only slows them down. So what do you say to that?
Well, they've provided, under the Trump presidency, over $2 billion in border security funding. They've helped us provide that amount of border security funding in the first couple of years of the Trump presidency. Look, they're opposed to this wall because walls work. Walls form a barrier that allows for at least a sovereign nation to be able to protect itself from the influx of not just people who are undocumented, but the flow of drugs, human trafficking, terrorist activity that infiltrates our country from our porous southern border. So with all due respect to my friend from Kentucky, walls work, and they have supported wall funding in the past, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be supporting wall funding now.
What about the idea from Democrats that maybe they would support a wall of some kind? We're not entirely sure what it looks like or what it's made of. Maybe it's a fence, maybe it's steel, maybe it's concrete, but we're certainly not going to spend nearly $6 billion on it. That's a bill the American people don't want to foot.
Well, this is a $4 trillion plus federal budget, and to say that $5 billion is too much money to be spending for border security is just simply a statement that is without merit. The fact is we have a problem on our southern border. It's manifesting itself in horrific ways. You know, we talked a week ago about the murder in Newman, California, the fact that we had a couple of kids out of caravans come across our border malnourished and unhealthy and died under our care as a result of the fact that there is this promise that you're going to be able to come across our border without any detection or without any problems. We need to send a message to our neighbors to the south that we are a nation of laws. It's part of our genius as a country that we have these laws, and these laws should be supported. My friends on the other side of the aisle are looking the other way when it concerns the security of our southern border, and I think it's just irresponsible that they continue to block the opening of the remainder of the 25% of government over the fact that they don't want to spend money on a wall, which I think it's about the fact that they don't want to give President Trump any semblance of a victory.
Well, now, Congressman, if the wall is so crucial to border security, to the nation, are you willing to consider pairing it up with DACA? That's an idea, an old Democratic idea that kind of came back on the table this week, the idea that if President Trump wants $5.5 billion or any number of billions of dollars for this wall, he's got to commit to maintaining DACA.
Jillian, I'm not in the conversations that are going on between the leadership. But in any serious negotiation, both sides have to have something that they want. Now, if they're going into the negotiations determining this is what we're not going to be willing to do, i.e. give President Trump any kind of a victory, then this is a flawed negotiation. But if both sides come to the table and say there are things we want, members on our side would like to have border security. Members on the other side would like to have relief for DACA, maybe some other immigration reforms. This is the opportunity for us to come to the table and get those.
All right. Well, Congressman Womack, thanks for your time today. It sounds like there's still some bridges to be joined together here, but we will have you back to talk about all of it.
Great to be with you, Jillian.